Back here in Kansas City with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. Ninth inning here with one away. Here's the third baseman. He's already homered in this game.
Third base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
That's through there for a strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. He's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone. Sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
Batten in the box now. Take strike one. Got him, and that's the ball game. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago White Sox going up against the Cincinnati Reds. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, time for our player spotlight singing. Pete Alonso, very important to this team's success.
Well, I think that might be an understatement, Boog. I mean, this guy brings so much talent to the table, and his success is absolutely essential to this team. So if they're able to make a run this season, I think he's going to have a lot to do with it. It's hard to imagine it any other way.
And we're back. New inning getting started. Here's Pete Alonso. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes. Boog, here's a guy at the plate. I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Fairchild makes a nice running catch.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. 0 for 1 so far.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Oh, 1 down. Line drive. Throw not in time at second to double him off. Great hustle to get back.
They put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole. But
1 down. Pete Alonso digs in now. Headed towards the corner. And that is a foul ball. Hey, by the way, Chris.
Yes, John.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. The relay to second, but he's in there easily.
He's been swinging it really well lately. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
Tapped softly on the ground. Throws to first. Gets the catcher by a step.
We talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Runner breaks for third. Makes the sliding stop. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Now the left fielder, T.J. Frieda. One out. For possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. On the ground, a second, might be two. To Adames, that's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. And here's the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That one carrying. It's a bomb. A gigantic blast. His 37th homer of the year. It's 7-4. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Does an excellent job of getting his arms.
Back here at Fenway Park, and we welcome you in. Already 2 away here in the 7th. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. Yoshida swings through it for strike one. And ball one. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
Up the middle, Adames. Bang, bang play, and the inning is over. Red Sox leave him low. We're at the top of the 8th. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. Popped up, Casas drifts towards it. Calls it in, and there's one away. Now the third baseman, Brendan Donovan. And there's a foul ball. Base is empty, one away here in the second game of the series. Base hit center field.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride low, out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back. And it's gone. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they add on. It's 5-1. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
towards right center. That's well struck. And it is gone. They go back-to-back. It's 6-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
This one absolutely screamed out of here, Singy. A laser. StatCast tells us it was a... And so the Red Sox go to the bullpen. Isaiah Campbell.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Jimenez, the next to hit, takes ball one. Liner, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
All over that one right there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Alonso in the box now. No balls and a strike. Still only one out here in the inning. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A massive home run. Home run number 40 on the year. It's 8-1. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Gleyber Torres up to the plate. 1 for 2. And that one in the air center field. And Gleyber Torres retired. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Willy Adames stands in. Base knock center field. And that keeps the inning alive.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. 110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter's capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
Andrew Vaughn now. On a line out towards center. And that'll do it. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here is Devers. The pitch. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. And a strike to Devers. Struck him out swinging. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Now batting Tristan Casas. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. The other way. Nice grab.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Duvall in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Two outs. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And it's a 3-up, 3 down. And here's Kenley Jansen.
And he's coming in to pitch on 4 days rest right here. And that might not be a factor at all in terms of being rusty, but he should definitely be well rested.
And here it comes. Ohio leading things off and takes a strike. next offering is in for a strike. The pitch. Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double. Brendan Donovan, the next to hit, 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Line drive, base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
Up next,
Luis Robert now. He's provided a couple of memorable moments already today.
Yeah, Boog, 2 impactful home runs, and the second one came in the 8th inning. This guy's swinging a red-hot bat in this one.
Jansen with a move to first. There's a swing and a drive. 1 run is in, and it hits off the monster. And in its second with an RBI double. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
Juan Soto now. That's ripped to right down the line. It's gone. A 3-run dinger. His second home run of the game. It's 12-1. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time.
Siggy, I hope you saw it because it didn't stay in the air for long.
No, it didn't.
Joely Rodriguez into the game.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
That one hammered left field. Into the monster seats and gone. Another one. Back-to-back homers. It's 13-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
And a seed into center. That's a base hit.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
Torres at the plate now. That's ball 1. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game looking at the pitching matchup where you expected offense to score and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Rocketed out towards right center. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Alonso is waved home. Now a relay to third, and he's out. But 1 run is in to score. So digging in, Willy Adames. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And that one lifted in the air center field. And they get Adames for the out. And there's 2 away. Here's the left fielder, Andrew Vaughn. Smoked on the ground to second. On to first. And that is that. Eloy Jimenez helps out the. Back now at Fenway, bottom of the ninth, and stepping in for Boston, Edward Olivares. Pitching change here, Jonathan Loaisiga, on for his 20th appearance of the year. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one out in front that time.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. And a pitch. High fly ball, right field. Settles underneath it. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Yeah, I'm looking at his body language, and he just doesn't seem like things are in sync, and the ball's just not coming off his bat the way it did earlier in the regular season.
Valdez stands in now and watches strike 1. That's in there, and it's 0-2. This one in the air. Alonso under this one. Drops into the glove. 2 down. So they're down to their final out. Stepping in, Vaughn Grissom. Swinging a foul straight back. The Red Sox with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9. Throw to first. Ball game. And the White Sox take the first 2 games of this series on the road. Here on the south side, and we welcome you in. Already 2 away here in the 7th. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. Here's Pete Alonso, 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout.
One and out.
In the dirt. No movement on the base. It's ball 1. Action in the pen down there. Gabe Spire, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Alexander also getting ready. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
Well, that right there was all pre-pitch positioning. Put himself in the perfect spot to make a great play.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. He's already homered here in this one. And a pitch.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
0-1.
Tied at 4. In the air, right side. Soto gets under it. Brings it in. And there's 1 down. Joey Gallo steps to the plate. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And that one fouled off.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does. And you're tied up.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. You set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Raley stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Fouled off left side. Fights it off. He'll see another. Caught him looking for the K. And 1-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
The second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
Kimbrel back to work. And a foul ball left side. Slides for the stop. The throw. And very nicely done for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that plate. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Willie Adames stands in. 1 for 2. And fouled off. 1 out, bases empty. And he grounds one to the right side. Throws to first in time. And they get Adames for the out. Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Line drive. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Back here on the south side, we go to the 9th, and stepping in for the Mariners, Cal. Here comes A.J. Minter to the mound. Here comes a pitch. There's a strike, 95 at that one. Next offer in there for a strike, and the count is 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Crawford up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
Right through there for a strike. All tied up here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. And he hits a ground ball right side, and he picks it up, and he'll put it in his pocket. That one missed.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls him.
Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff.
Well, I think that was just a case of a hitter quitting on a pitch. He was looking fastball and didn't see it out of the hand and just left the bat on his shoulder. That was a changeup right over the plate. Probably not the location he was looking for, but the change of speeds is what fooled him, and he got the out.
4-4 in the 9th. Close one, doesn't get the call. Now 1-2.
1-2.
Back swinging. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. So, new arm out of the bullpen, Gabe Spire.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year. So the defense should be active.
Logan O'Hoppe now at the plate. And a pitch. Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul.
Well, we got a first pitch breaking ball right there that he clearly liked the look of. Just needed to let it travel a little longer.
Bounced up the middle. Crawford fires over to first. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Here's the third baseman, Brendan Donovan. Right side, Polanco. In plenty of time to first, and that quickly 2 away. And now it's Luis Robert.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Slides, but it gets by him. And that extends the inning. Here's Juan Soto. 1 for 3. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
They call this batter a gamer because he always seems to perform better when it matters most. Who doesn't want a guy like that on your team?
That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten it up a little bit.
This guy's got good power with one swing. He can win it for him. And strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
To the right side, Polanco tosses to first. They get the out on Soto. Welcome back, pinch hitter. And he deals. That's in there, and it's 0-1.
Yeah.
Big swing and a miss.
He's falling behind in a huge spot, Drew. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up.
Got him swinging.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
He fouls it off. Will do it again. And it's second. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
Hardliner. And no one can run it down. Run comes in from second, and it's now 5-4. And that's a double.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there coming back in that at bat.
Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Swings and misses. They limit the damage here. A run, a hit, and a man left. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Andres Munoz. Making a move at second base. Here's the White Sox bench runner, Corey Lee. Well, 1-run game. Eloy Jimenez now. The pitch. Off the mark there. Ball 1.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. When you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it. But this is where they earn their keep.
And that's outside. 2-0.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or 2 on base.
On a line. And it's into the gap.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
Next offering in there for a strike. Strike 1.
1-1.
And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Oh, and this one blasted high deep. It's on its way out of here. Ball game. A towering shot, and the White Sox Back at Guaranteed Rate Field with Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us. Nobody out here in inning number 8. The White Sox with a big opportunity today. The chance to clinch a division crowned with a win. Singing, even with the predictions that they'd be contenders, still a big accomplishment just to be in this position.
Yeah, Boog, the season isn't played in your analytics shredder. It's played on the field, brother, and they've backed up the hype so far.
Goes down looking.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Yelich, batting with one down, takes a strike. And down on strikes he goes. And there's 2 down.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Bowers in the box now. No balls and a strike. And a swing and a miss.
Yeah, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, we've been doing a great job holding that deficit at 1.
That one the other way. And he can't make the play. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second. Not going to get him. He's in there. And now it's William Contreras. There's a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Fought off foul. Foul ball still 0-2. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the third and final game of the series. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
Leading up for the White Sox, the second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
The pitch. Laced down the line, and now maybe extra bases. Yelich hurries it back in as the tying run is forced to stop at second.
Waste no time there. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
Adames in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And he grounds one back up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
He was all over that one. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case. Now they've got to find a way to get the job done. Time run at third, less than 2. This is a
ground ball left side. Monasterio to second, and a run scores on the double play.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here, so that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Next to hit, Brendan Donovan. That one out to right. Frelick has a beat on it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. And we're back. Here's the second baseman, Jaime Need. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Jonathan Loaisiga.
He's thrown the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
And there's one down.
Such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
The other way, fair ball. Now it rolls down into the corner, and he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. A lot riding on this next at bat now as they look to take the lead at a critical point this one.
Man at second. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this whole crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
The 0-2. That's to third, Donovan. Slings it across, and that is that. 1 hit, 1 left. 2, 3, 4. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th, Joel Payamps.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Movement in Milwaukee's bullpen. Devin Williams, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Chafin also throwing. And that one is lifted in the air. Frelick has a beat on it. And there's one down. And now it's Juan Soto. 1 for 3. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Puts it away for the out.
Now the designated.
Here's Eloy Jimenez. Swing and a ball popped up. Hoskins moves under it and makes the play, and that's out number 3. We're in extras here. Now here is Garrett Mitchell. There's a strike. And he takes a strike. Struck him out looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. This is his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Adames throws to first in time. 2 in a row set down to start the 10th. Here's Yelich at the dish. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And on second, 2 down. Just missed. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, got him swinging. And good work there. Substitution now at second base. And here's the pinch runner, Corey Lee. He's a potential winning run, so they're hoping he can score at a base hit. And the pitch. Alonso in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Next offering is in for a strike. And that's downstairs and outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
This one in the air. Should have this one. Hauls it in for the out.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the
Now
plate.
back.
Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Here comes Gleyber Torres. 4 for 4, 2 doubles and 2 singles. Little chopper rolls foul. Turned on, but foul wide of third. The winning run on second base.
1 ball.
Not
2
close
strikes.
with that one, and it's 1 and 2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Out to short. Sends it across to first. And Gleyber Torres retired. Willie Adames stands in. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Sharp grounder. That's through for base hit. And they hold the winning run at third here, as it'll take another 2-out hit to win this one. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
He's good.
Paynes checks over to first, and he's back. And the slider just misses. Winning run at third, 2 down. That's hard hit in the line. In there, that'll do it. The winning run crosses the plate, and they walk it off in extra innings. So the Chicago White Sox with the win to secure the division title. Singy, this is what they aimed for since the beginning of spring training.
Yeah, and the expectations were there as well, Boog. So maybe they felt a bit of pressure at some point, but they really lived up to the hype. I mean, this is a terrific job from everyone in this franchise, and now they can really turn their focus to the postseason after a well-deserved celebration in the clubhouse, of course.
Back in Minnesota with Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us. Nobody out here in inning number 8.
Leading off.
Now the left fielder, Oscar Colas.
23. Oscar Colas.
Hit hard, should be extra bases. Around first, digging for 2. Here comes the throw, and he's got a leadoff double.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. Now the go-ahead runs in scoring position, so big opportunity for them to jump ahead late.
Throw over to Tellez. First out in the top of the 8th.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Line drive, could be extra bases. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. In to score from third. And it's 1-0. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Well, there you go. The RBI.
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Brock Stewart.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Luis Robert now. Hit in the air, right field. Margot settles under it. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. Actually, he'll stay put, and there are 2 outs.
Now back.
Juan Soto now.
Juan Soto.
Sliced hard but foul. Two outs. Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul. Righty to the plate. And a curve is down and in. Minnesota's bullpen with some action. Steven Okert warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Farmer, the right-hander, loosening up as well. That one ripped. And in one hops the wall. On to second, but he's in there. Safe. A run comes in the play.
Everything came together for him. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and he went screaming.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Get out of town. And they add a pair. It's 4-0.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
2 outs, nobody on. Here's Pete Alonso. First pitch, not close. Righty delivers. And right back to the mound. The throw to first. Then they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. 4 runs in the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 8th. And now the center fielder, Byron Buxton. Burns back to work. Bounce to the left side. And he picks it up in foul territory. Burns still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one. And at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
Swings through it for the K. And his season of strikeouts continues with number 250. Tellez in the box again. Takes a strike. And that one a little below the knees. And 1-1. Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of the hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Lewis in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. The Twins down by 4 here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is in for a strike. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing here for the back at target field. Now it's the second baseman, Nicky Lopez. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Gleyber Torres.
Well, looking for a little insurance here to start the 9th, Boog.
The right-hander back to work. That one is absolutely belted. And that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's got a pinch hit double.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity.
So they bring on the veteran, Buck Farmer.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. That was blasted to the moon. His 36th home run of the season. It's 6-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
So up next for Chicago, Oscar Colas. In the air out towards right center. Buxton makes the play. 1 down. And now the catcher comes up to him. Logan O'Hoppe.
The catcher, Logan O'Hoppe.
That's out to center field. Makes the catch for the out. And there's 2 down. Back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Brendan Donovan. And that one pulled foul. Yoan. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. Into the second deck it goes. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 7-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. He got on plate with that high fastball.
Justin Topa will take over here.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
And that catches the low inside corner. Good fastball. Two down, nobody on. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. Now into the game, Gleyber Torres. He'll play second. Manuel Margot up to the plate. New pitcher for the White Sox, Jose Cisnero.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Next offering upstairs. Ground ball up the middle. Adames slings to first. Well, one down.
Although we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand, the way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the last half of inning number 9.
Well, you put good velocity in the head of the hitter. He's got to get it ready early and then change speeds. Keep him off balance. That's the goal.
1 down, base is empty. And that one upstairs.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So it's their last chance in this one. Edouard Julien, the next twin up to hit. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. They're down to their final strike. Ground ball, and this should do it. Torres handles. Go to first. Ball game. And the White Sox win the rubber match of this 3-game series. Here on the south side with Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us. Nobody out here in inning number 8. The White Sox with a chance to set the all-time record for wins in a season with a victory here. What a season it's been for them, Singy. Just dominant the whole way through.
Just simply incredible, Boog. I mean, this would be such a nice feather in the cap for them, and they've already tied one of baseball's most impressive records, and to have a chance at breaking it, wow.
And 1-2. I'm sure they tell you that the record is secondary, though. They're already thinking forward to a potential World Series run. Wind the kick in the 1-2. That one lifted to left. Vaughn gets under it. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-2. That one just misses.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The wind and the pitch. It's in and out of his glove. But plenty of time to recover, and that's the second out. Here's the left fielder, Sid Goldberg. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order. So the Royals batting order turns over. Here goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Right through there for a strike. And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
A controversial called strike 3 to end the inning. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Chris Stratton.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
And the pitch. Lifted in the air, right center field. Cross. Sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Here's Juan Soto. He's already homered in this game. This one smacked out to left center. They get the out on Soto, and there's 2 away.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
Jimenez in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Activity in the Kansas City bullpen. Carlos Hernandez up and loosening in the pen. Morse warming up as well. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Now
just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. There's just no one there to knock it down.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. On the line, base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Here is Gleyber Torres. Now it's belted. Deep to left. Way out of here. Home run. His 29th of the season. It's 6-1. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact.
And that one ripped to left. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here. All set for the start of the inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Matthew Batten. The pitch. In the air, center field. Robert moves under it. Calls it in, and there's one away. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Swing and a miss. That's strike two. One down, base is empty. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Struck him out looking. Now only one out remaining. And here is Nelson Velasquez. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike two. This could end it. Right-hander kick steals. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And that'll do it. So the Chicago White Sox with a new mark in baseball history, passing the 1906 Chicago Cubs and the 2001 Seattle Mariners for the most wins in a single season. Incredible run for them, Singy.
Absolutely amazing feat, Boog. I mean, just to say the least there. This is now an historic team. And one thing to remember, though, neither of those clubs went on to win the World Series. But I don't think that's going to give these guys any type of pause. They're going to roll into October with a world of confidence. And I think they're built for the postseason grind.
Mm-hmm.